questions of gender and identity has been central to any art form, and especially in dance, which involves the body into play almost explicitly. Dance has often been understood as a medium of expression, which often problematizes the notions of male and female identities, breaks the binary between the two, and makes it appear very fluid. But is dance really genderless or gender fluid? Or does the male identity influences and predominates over one's identity as a dancer? Let us try to find an answer to these questions.
Celebration.
Expression.
কি আনন্দ হয়, একে দেখতে ভালো লাগে।
যদি নাচের মধ্যে দিয়ে যায় তাহলে তার একটা প্রফেশনাল হবে, সে খুব ভালো নাচ পারে, সে খুব ভালো নাচতে পারে। এটাই
কালচার।
প্যাশন।
নাচ মানে একটু সাময়িক আনন্দ।
It's one form of art.
Celebration.
Rhythm. Dance to me is क्या बोलेगा आपको?
প্যাশন। যে আনন্দটা নাচের মধ্যে সব কিছুই আছে, মানে দেখানোর জিনিস আছে এবং ভালো লাগারও জিনিস আছে, সব কিছুর মধ্যেই আছে।
Dance is I think a form of art. नाच মানে খুব ভালো পারফরম্যান্স, একটা ভালো ক্যারিয়ার আছে ওর মধ্যে। हमारा लिए तो डांस वही है जो बांग्ला डांस है बस।
तो मैं सही लगा नहीं, मगर सलमान खान का डांस थोड़ा लगता है।
Originated in the Italian Renaissance courts of the 15th century as a type of performance dance for the audience, also known as theatre dance. Later, it developed into a concert dance form in France and Russia. And since then, ballet has become a highly technical form of dance with its own vocabulary in French terminology.
Classical ballet is the only classical dance form. There is no other classical dance form in the Western language. The main thing, the difference is, in Indian classical dance form, it has a kind of submission towards Lord. But as far as the Western classical format is concerned, it is not about submission. It's a question of valor, pride, and a kind of presence, what I say. That is the most important thing.
এখানে এসে ক্লাসিক্যাল ব্যালে যেটা দেখলাম, মানে আই ইনিশিয়ালি জয়েন্ড ফর কন্টেম্পোরারি, কিন্তু এই যে পিওর ফর্মটা, দি এলিগেন্স, ইউ ফিল লাইক গড, সো দ্যাট ইজ হোয়াট অ্যাট্রাক্টেড মি অ্যান্ড ইট ইজ বিউটিফুল। যেটা আই স্ট্রাইভ ফরওয়ার্ড টু ইজ একটা স্পিরিচুয়াল কমিউনিয়ন, যেটা আমার মনে হয় এটা আমাকে দিতে পারে।
It's like in a ballet, you'll have a male and a female, but everybody will keep the female. She'll be doing everything, the male will be helping her through that.
So the male dancers in the classical ballet scenario, they are taken as props, like support, where the female counterpart, they are the male dancers. So you always see that it's prima ballerina. You'll never see prima ballet dancer. They are male dancers, but they are great male dancers, but they were being used in the early years as support for the ladies, like lift them up to do a parado. But the main character is played by the female.
Indian classical dance is an expression of art involving both body and emotions. In the ancient times, dance was not only a source of entertainment, but on the contrary, it was considered a medium of instruction of morality, good value, scriptures, and expression of reality.
Basically, when we talk about the Indian dance form, it is like Indian classical dance is both for the man and the woman. And in the long run, it was been always told that it is being performed by the male, even the feminine portion.
In Indian classical form, they delve too much into a character. So most of the dancers, like in their daily life, they really do not want to come out of their character.
I didn't have any culture or motivation or inspiration or support to go pursue a dance career. So it is by accident, and I started dance very late. In fact, I started at 25. From 25, I started dancing, and I started with hip hop, salsa, Latin dance, and even Bollywood dance as well. And ballet dance I started after 30 only.
Basically, I had an inclination towards Indian tradition, Indian culture from my childhood. What happened was I was very much, I was like dancing, classical dancing, as I had an inclination towards Indian culture. And somehow my parents didn't want me to start dancing when I was a child because they thought that it might affect my skin and everything. And so I was like not allowed to dance till college. After college, I had this zeal that I will dance.
Really, as I perceive dance.
No, I don't think.
এখানে ছেলে বা মেয়ের মধ্যে কোনো পার্থক্য আসে না।
I think as far as dancers are concerned, it's about breed. It's not about male or female. It's about the character that you are playing, and you have to get into the character.
No, I don't think so. I don't look at dance as a primarily feminine medium or masculine medium. I don't think gender has anything to do with it at all, just like music.
The dance is a style, so whichever it's performing, the expression and the way they are performing is what matters. So be it female or a male, it doesn't matter.
Not exactly, because dance is just a medium of expression of your thoughts.
Well, actually, the thing is that it's not a difference between male. Both are good. I mean, male dancers and female dancers.
लड़के भी समाज में हैं, लड़की या लड़का डांस में तो कोई फर्क नहीं है, ये तो कला है। कला को अपना प्रदर्शन करना है, इसको डांस सीखना है, तो इसमें लड़की और लड़का में कोई फर्क नहीं।
তখন কিন্তু একজন যখন নাচছে তখন কিন্তু আপনার কখনো মনে হবে না যে ওটা ছেলে নাচছে তার মেয়ে নাচছে। তার যে নৃত্যের ভিতর থেকে যে স্বর্গীয় সুষমা প্রকাশ করছে সেইটাই আপনার চোখের সামনে ভেসে ওঠে। তখন ছেলে বা মেয়ে সেটা গৌণ।
According to the new concept, there's anima animus in the body. Okay, if you think about anima and animus, one body has both the feminine side and the male side, and we all the time are interrelating to it, maybe in various kinds of situations and formats.
If Birju Maharaj is playing Radha, he has to have the sensuousness. Again, if a woman is playing Krishna, then she has to have the kind of naughtiness that Krishna had, irrespective of whether the dancer is male or female.
Anima and animus, what I'm talking about. The Tandav is the male side, the Lasya is the female side. So in any dance, when you do any stronger portions, that's Tandav, and when you're doing the feminine portion, that's Lasya. Muscular change, see, it's all psychophysical. It's all body-mind connectivity. When you want to be even a female person, if I want to show a man, I can show it with my power, with my grace, and with my style, and my psychophysical journey. That right now I'm a man, right now I'm a female. So that changes are all psychophysical. If I want it, naturally it will become, and that muscular changes will also be shown in a much detail.
So I started searching what form I can go into. So after studying and analyzing all the forms, I chose two. One is Bharatanatyam and one is Kathak, obviously because it has a very bold part of it, and I like the bold part of the classical dancing being a mat. form. In Calcutta, I didn't like so much the Bharatanatyam style, the dancers who were dancing it. So I went to the Kathak video. There was also some kind of every video I could find men dancing with much of femininity, and this was very a turn off for me. I suddenly came across Akram Khan's video. Akram Khan is a UK-based dancer. He's a very masculine Kathak dancer, if you watch his video. And then I started finding if somebody does that kind of style of Kathak. And I found Kathak very rhythmic.
Because I was a hip hop dancer, very masculine hip hop dancer. But I didn't have that long career like Ransom, because he had a very full-fledged martial art career. But I did martial art for a brief period. That improved that always has been the guiding force in maintaining myself fit and strong.
I am a karate instructor, third black belt in full contact karate, and I teach karate and I practice also. So that is how my karate journey began. And then dance. So it's very opposite, but both of them in a way helps. Like me, karate's energy, power has helped me to adapt the power of Kathak very faster, because you need to have core strength and a bit of leg strength.
প্রথম একটা সবাই বলতো যে ছেলে মেয়ে নাচ করিস, এটা গানও করতে পারতি, এটাও করতে পারতি। তো এবার আমার ইচ্ছা ছিল আমার নাচ শেখানো।
কিছু মনে হচ্ছে ক্লাসিক্যাল যেমন মানে ইট ইজ ভেরি স্টিরিওটাইপ, একটা মেয়ে ডান্সার ইস্টার্ন ক্লাসিক্যাল মানে একটা এফেমিনেট কোনো ক্যারেক্টার্স তার সাথে থাকে।
But it is there people in the beginning, when you perform, when you move in the circuit, lots of people yes, they question me, they have something doubt in mind. So
definitely the animals have to come more, because there some kind of emotional change, the perspective, the psychophysical change has to be there in order to express a female when a man is inactive. So definitely a change is bound to come in a man when he's doing that kind of emotional change and showing that kind of a genre. So this leads to some kind of feminine quality which can be most of the time seen in Indian classical dances, that a man is somewhat where or other like depicting a woman and trying to enact the qualities of a woman, and even in their general life sometimes it is being shown.
That's very good. There's certain elegance that a female dancer brings to the dance form, and where male dancers have a lot more energy. So it always is one with the other, one balances the other. But there's a certain grace, like I said, it will not come, a male will not get that, he will get a grace, but not that kind of grace.
As far as classical ballet is concerned, fortunately or unfortunately, we do not deal or we do not delve deeper into the mythological part of it. We are much more into the fairy tale aspect, and there is a male and female different identities, whereas in the Indian classical form, what I feel, it's kind of an Ardhanarishwar kind of a stuff is there, and you have a male and a female identity in the same body. But in the classical ballet, we don't, confront that. So it's either male or female. In classical ballet, the females, the ladies, they do a different kind of a movement, vocabulary, whereas the male.
Sorry. Male dance है, भांगड़ा dance.
মেল ডান্সার্স বলতে আমার যেটা মনে হয় সেটা হচ্ছে যে ফেমিনিন ঠিক নয়, কিন্তু তারা গ্রেসফুল এবং ট্যালেন্টেড, যে তারা ফিমেল ক্যারেক্টারটাকে এত ভালোভাবে প্লে করে।
Power. Much better than male dancers.
Male dancer वो गिद्दा डांस बोलता है इसको.
Beauty.
Graceful.
Grace.
ফিমেল ডান্সার্সদের মধ্যে আমার মনে হয় সুন্দরী, গ্রেসফুল অবভিয়াসলি।
পুরো ব্যাপারটা ইজ সামথিং যেটা কিনা সোশ্যাল পার্সপেক্টিভে দেখলে একটা খুব ডিস্টিংশন আমরা দেখতে পাই।
ছেলেরা একটু বেশি যেতে চায় ওয়েস্টার্ন কালচার, মানে ওয়েস্টার্ন ডান্সের দিকে। তো এইখানে কোথাও একটা মনে হয় যে হ্যাঁ ওই দিকে হয়তো ম্যাসকুলানিটি বেশি রয়েছে, ফলে ওরা ওইটা চুজ করছে। কিন্তু এটা ওই মানে যেভাবে দেখে অভ্যস্ত হয়ে হতো ওরা, যে ছেলেরা এইভাবেই মানে এক্সপ্রেস করতে পছন্দ করছে না।
Depends on the style probably, but I also know male dancers who do classical dancing who are not effeminate and they do it as gracefully and in a masculine manner as a female does.
Predominant in every sort of dance form, মেল এবং ফিমেল ডান্সারদের পার্টিসিপেশন বলো বা তারা যেভাবে প্রজেক্ট করে, এটার ডিফারেন্সটা খুব ডিস্টিংক্ট এবং খুব আইডেন্টিফাইবল।
এইখানে একটা সেপারেশন তৈরি হয়ে যায়, মানে এটা নাচের ক্ষেত্রে খুব দেখা যায়, যেটা একটু আগে বলছিলাম যে মানে আমাদের মধ্যবিত্ত বাড়িতে কেউ কোনো ছেলে ভারতনাट्यम করছে, এটা খুব একটা দেখা যায় না একদম।
कभी कभी मेल डांसर्स को एक रिजिड पोस्चर दिया जाता है और विमेन डांसर्स को ग्रेस और वो सब से एसोसिएट किया जाता है, सॉफ्ट एंड लाइट स्टेप्स दिया जाता है, एंड फॉर गाइज और भी स्ट्रॉन्ग स्टेप्स दिया जाता है, यू नो लिफ्टिंग एंड एवरीथिंग। तो वहाँ पे डिफरेंस है।
তার শিল্পকে সে যেভাবে দেখে, তার সাথে একটা অঙ্গাঙ্গি তার জড়িয়ে যাওয়ার ব্যাপার রয়েছে, আত্মিক যোগাযোগ হয়ে যায়, সেই জায়গা থেকে সে তার মধ্যে থাকে। এবার যেহেতু সোসাইটি এখনও পেট্রিয়ার্কাল, তার মধ্যে পেট্রিয়ার্কি নেই এটা নয়, সে তার এক ধরনের পজিশন বজায় রাখার চেষ্টা করে, সে তার বাড়িতে একরকমভাবে বিহেভ করতে পারে, ডান্সের সময় একরকম বিহেভ করতে পারে, সেটা ডিস্টিংগুইশ করা খুব মুশকিল। তার মানে সে খুব তার আইডেন্টিটি ভুলে দিয়ে ডান্স করে এরকম আমার খুব মনে হয় না। কিন্তু এরকম হতেও পারে যে ডান্সের সাথে তার যদি আত্মিক যোগাযোগ খুব বেশি হয়ে যায়, সে ওইভাবে সেটাকে প্রাধান্য দেয় না, কিন্তু তার মধ্যে এক ধরনের কনফ্লিক্ট থাকারই কথা বলে আমার মনে হয়।
It is this conflict which we have tried to show here. Whether it exists or not is open to further interpretation. Although it is true that being a dancer often requires enacting both masculine and feminine roles, but it is equally true that the fixed nature of one's identity as a man is often maintained and reworked in the domain of dance.